Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGOD. In today's video we're going to talk about how to use operator mods and specifically what they do for each weapon. There are actually over 15 operator mods that can actually change how a specific weapon performs. The whole operator mod concept is a brand new system that has been brought to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 as part of that Pick 10 Create a Class system. So let's go ahead and talk about the most important part of the operator mods, and that's how to equip them. So that first step in equipping an operator mod is just making sure the weapon has an operator mod to begin with. As you navigate through the different weapons, you can actually see right below the weapon stats, it says operator mod, fat barrel in this specific case. This one doesn't have one, bolt cylinder, and then you can see right there it has the stray lock. And there are different ones depending on what weapon category you go through. One interesting thing is only about 60% of the weapons have operator mods, so that leaves the door open for DLC operator mods in the future. So I'm not sure if that's exactly what they'll do, but there is potential in that. So now that you've identified a weapon with the operator mod you want to try, make sure that the weapon is fully leveled up. You're going to go to your wildcards and then select primary operator mod. Once you've equipped that, you'll have the opportunity to equip the actual operator mod. Keep in mind it does take up 2 slots of your Pick 10 system in addition to the actual operator mod wildcard. So now at this point in the video, I'm going to go ahead and transition to showing what each operator mod does. If you do enjoy the video in any way, remember to hit that like button, and I typically cover Call of Duty news and game updates, best class setups, subscriber breakdowns, as well as other tip and trick videos on how to improve a Call of Duty. If any of that seems interesting, make sure you subscribe and turn those notifications on. Let's go ahead and get into the first weapon. The first one we'll be taking a look at is the Vapor Operator mod, and this one is a simple bayonet. This one will basically turn any melee with your weapon into a one-shot kill. The next weapon we'll be looking at is the Maddox, and its operator mod is called Echo Fire. And its description basically says it'll increase the rate of fire. In this first example, you're going to see the rate of fire and the recoil is relatively low, but once you put on that operator mod, it goes crazy fast and the recoil gets out of control. So it's something to keep in mind when you use this operator mod. So the next weapon we'll talk about is the GKS, and its operator mod is called Quad Shot, and it basically converts it from a full auto submachine gun to a semi-auto burst firing weapon that fires 4 bullets at once. So I probably wouldn't recommend using this operator mod unless you just prefer having burst fire weapons. The next weapon we'll talk about is the Spitfire, which is a submachine gun, and this one increases the rate of fire significantly, lowers your ability to strafe while firing, and increases the recoil significantly. So right here you're going to see the Spitfire before and after that operator mod. That was before. Now look at the after. It's just insane. The bullets run out so dang quick. The next weapon we'll talk about is the Cordite, and the Cordite's pretty straightforward. It just adds to your ammo capacity so you don't have to reload, but it does come with an added feature that you got to be aware of. The added feature is overheating, so you can see right next to your ammo, you can see the bullets are spraying out, that little bar is filling up, and then once it fills up, it does overheat. You will have to wait for it to cool back down before you could use the weapon again. So just something to be aware of. Happened at 75 bullets, full auto. The next weapon we talk about is the SOG, which allow you to dual wield. The only downside with this is obviously ADS will no longer be available. The downside with not being able to ADS is you're going to lose a little bit of that distance you'll be able to kill people at. The other problem with having dual wield is you can't tell how many bullets are in your left weapon, so hopefully they'll fix that on the HUD in the future at some point. Also, as a heads up, these things melt. The next weapon we'll talk about is a tactical rifle called the Auger DMR, and its operator mod is called Double Tap, which basically converts it to a 2-round burst. Even without any other attachments, you can see that that 2-bullet spread is still very tight, so the time to kill is going to be that much faster. The next tactical rifle we'll talk about is the ABR, and its operator mod is called the Repeater, and it says Advanced Auto Burst Mechanism allows each successive burst to fire with a short delay as the trigger is held down, which basically means the longer you hold the trigger, the fastest weapon fires. The initial burst is a little slow, but then it goes into overdrive, which you see right here. The next operator mod we're going to talk about is the Penta Burst, which is on the Swordfish. And this operator mod is probably one of the better ones because in case you guys didn't know, this gun is typically 5 shots to kill. So if you change this from a 4-round burst to a 5-round burst, you have the potential to one burst someone in this game with a slower time to kill. And right here you can actually see the 5-round burst in action. You can see that there's not really much of a spread unless you're moving. The faster you are moving while firing, it will increase that spread just that much more. So the next weapon we'll talk about is the Titan, which has an operator mod called Oppressor, and it says suppress enemies near your bullet stream. They talked about this operator mod and kind of demonstrated what it does during the worldwide reveal, and pretty much if you fire bullets near an enemy, it'll kind of make their screen just a little bit hazy. Other than that, you can't really tell a difference from the actual person firing's perspective. The next weapon we'll talk about is the Hades, which is just another LMG, and its operator mod is called Crossbar. And for the description, it says ADS is replaced with a focused hip fire that has reduced bullet spread and improved movement speeds. I don't know if this is the most practical operator mod, but it's definitely fun to use. And here's a little peek of what that looks like. You can see when I ADS, it doesn't go all the way in, and that hip fire spread is relatively tight. The next weapon we'll talk about is the VKM, which is another LMG, and its operator mod is called Fat Barrel, and it says fires massive shells that hit their targets easier. This operator mod will require a little bit more testing to find out how effective it is, but pretty much what it's supposed to do is increase your enemy's hitbox, which would basically convert your partial misses into hits. The next weapon we'll talk about is a sniper rifle called the Outlaw, and its operator mod is called Bolt Cylinder. It says each bolt action now fires a 3-shot burst. Hold the trigger for auto burst. Based off what I was able to test, it only looks like that first part's true. If you hold the trigger, it will not auto burst. So for this, I attempted to hold down the trigger, and you can see that nothing else happened, and then I ended up starting to spam the trigger because that part wasn't working. The next sniper rifle we'll look at is the Koshka, and its operator mod is called Strelok, which it says precision accuracy while entering ADS. When I tested this one like you've seen so far, I didn't notice the difference between having an operator mod and not having an operator mod. So maybe aim assist has something to do with it. You know exactly what this one does, go ahead and comment down below because that description is just not clear enough. The next weapon we'll talk about is this Strife, which is actually in the pistol category, and it adds a stiletto knife, which is basically the bayonet all over again that we saw in the Vapor. So nothing new there. The next operator mod we'll talk about is the Skull Splitter, which is available with the Mozu, and pretty much this one makes all headshots one shot to kill if you do land that headshot first. The next weapon we'll talk about is the MOG 12, and for this one you can see the operator mod is called Dragon Breath, and it basically adds fire shells to your weapon. Although this doesn't really affect the damage all that much when you're using the weapon, the big benefit is when you hit someone with fire, they will not be able to heal for a short period of time. The next weapon we'll talk about is another shotgun, and its particular operator mod is called Strobe Light, and this is on the SG-12. This one is very annoying to play against, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what it looks like when you're actually using the weapon. So you'll see that there is a light attached to the end of your gun, and it doesn't allow you to ADS all the way, and when you are ADSing, it will actually turn on this little strobe. If you're not, it will not. So just keep that in mind. The strobe light only works when you're aiming down sight. So that's all 18 of the operator mods that are available in the game. Hopefully you found the video helpful. If you did, remember to hit that like button if you're brand new to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, turn those notifications on. Do appreciate the support you guys show on a daily basis. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.